So another terrible, terrible, terrible performance from Arsenal Football Club, and obviously now the fans are realizing that Odegaard is essential to the team. We need Odegaard. We don't have control over the ball. We don't create as much, and Ebreche Eze, Kai Havertz, and all of these players are not going to save your season. So finally, you have realized that you need Odegaard, and I have been telling you this since day one, and it was very obvious to see. You see Zubimendi, he tends to pass it back most of the times. I literally saw Declan Rice be on the halfway line. He could have played a through ball, or he could have actually made a run himself, but he decided to go back from the halfway line where the I think Leverkusen had three or four defenders, and we had two runners with Declan Rice with the ball in the middle of the pitch on the midline, halfway line, not midline, whatever you call it. So, and he turns it back and gives it back to Gabriel or Saliba, and we go back again. We do this thing where we go all around the pitch to here, and then we go all around the pitch to here. So, yeah, this U-shaped tactic that we have, which is very brave. Actually, one or two occasions I was actually impressed where Eze left the ball and in the box, and we had a good combination play there where Ebreze Eze left it for someone, and sorry, they made an attempt to shoot, but again Martinelli not impressive at all. Cross and pray. Bukayo Saka's form, I have always been worried about Bukayo Saka ever since he has come back from injury, and the most mature podcasters, the most mature Arsenal fans will tell you, don't worry about don't worry about Bukayo Saka. They are going to do well. They are going to do this. They are going to do that. But my worries are most of the time well thought, and I don't just react just for the sake of it. I thought there was something missing in Bukayo Saka, and it is pretty evident because the strength on ball, the way he used to hold on to the ball, his first touch, his power, his pace, everything everything is a bit lower than what it used to be. And I think it is actually very sad to see, and I am pretty uh, it is very discouraging as an Arsenal fan to realize that Odegaard and Saka, two of the players who have carried your attack throughout the years where we could have won the trophy, or where we should have won the trophy maybe. So in all those seasons, these players used to carry us and we used to play good football. But now that we are actually having chances to win something significant, these two players are not at their best. They are struggling with injuries. They are struggling with form, and it is just a very, very, very weird season where we have drawn this game and we got a lucky penalty. It was never a penalty. That was so obvious that it was never going to be a penalty, but we got it. That it has been a kind of season where we have had a lot of luck as well, and we have not played good football. We have still scraped past teams somehow, and we have collected points. We are top of the table, and we are not in a bad position come the second leg at home. All square, we should be the favorites again. But I don't know, if Odegaard doesn't come back, how will we perform? What will we do? We should do much better than we did in this leg, but again, conceding a goal to corners. And why would you just question our defensive work? Because obviously our defensive work has also, defensively also, we have fell off a little bit. But obviously, if you put so much pressure on the defenders to not even concede a single goal because you cannot score, and all the time you are inviting pressure, then you will obviously invite more goals, more chances, more opportunity for the opposition to attack you. So the best way to not concede goals is to be attacking, is to be in control in the opposition half, not in your half. You can pass the ball into the back to the defenders, and back to the right back, left back, winger, back to the defenders, back to the right back, right winger, then back to the left winger, left back, etc., etc. You can do this U-shaped thing where you are safe and control of the ball. But as long as you are in your half, in this part of the field. You're not threatening the position, and that is what Mikel Arteta's side has been doing for a long enough time now, selling Nwaneri, and obviously will not just push down men in the toughest of games. And I think a few games need down men actually when you are struggling, when you are behind and you need to score a goal. I think playing downman in the middle would actually be a very sharp move. Obviously, is not very mature and he might end up losing the ball, giving away the ball, but he will still do better than what we are seeing right now. And I don't know. I am hopeful for the future that non-area and Dorman will do good things for us in the future. But right now we need Odegaard, and I don't think we have a replacement for Martin Odegaard in this team. And if he comes back, he will do his thing where he goes deep. He builds up the play because our midfielders are incompetent and cannot build up the play, and then he goes to his number 10 position, makes runs, gives through balls, combines with Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka also needs Martin Odegaard as much as Martin Odegaard needs Bukayo Saka. So those sort of things we need right now. And yeah, I'm not even that disappointed by this game. I'm not even surprised. I knew this is where we are performance wise, this is how we play. And you look at PSG today, who have won 5-2, Real Madrid won 3-0. These teams are actually coming for the title, and we have got a kind pairing, we have got a kind fixture. We can play, we might end up playing Bodo Glimt in the next quarter final if we actually win against Bayern Leverkusen, which is also not a certainty at this point now. So that would actually mean we might end up going to the semi-final, and we won't even need to play that well. But come the semi-final, we will need to be at our best against Barcelona, because technically they will absolutely outplay us. They'll just throw us out of the park with the kind of play, kind of football they can play, and kind of control they can have over games. And our defense obviously would defend bravely as they do always, but Barcelona have and the actual quality you need to hurt teams no matter which defender is playing. So yeah, those kind of things, and conceding a corner, etc., etc., that is not important for me. I don't think defensively I'm going to critique too much. Some people will do, but I don't think that is the problem. The problem is the control. The problem is the combination play. The problem is the relationship between the players and how they play with each other. I don't think our players play with each other the right way as they should. So there are a lot of problems in Arsenal, and I don't know how we are surviving, but we are surviving. We keep going. Manchester City would be discouraged after this performance. Let's see how they do in the weekend, and let's just hope that Manchester City keep faltering and we win at least the Premier League, if not other things. So yeah, bad day, bad quarterfinals for Premier League clubs actually. Chelsea lost badly, Arsenal drew, Newcastle conceded a last minute goal where they should have been 4-5 up, and yeah, Manchester City got demolished by Real Madrid. So pretty bad for the Premier League clubs, but let's see how the Premier League clubs feature in the weekend, and I'll see you with the preview of that fixture. Until then, be depressed, be sad because Arsenal Football Club is making you that way, and blame them for that. Ask them for therapy money. I don't know what you will do, but yeah, I'll see you before the. I don't even remember who we are playing. Whoever we are playing, I'll preview that fixture. Bye.